I'm Tabitha Williams. Welcome to What's Eating Harlem. We cover the most famous community in the world. There's so much happening in Harlem. Let's take a look.
I'm the last big-time baker from back. Yeah. Only a few of us left.
This longtime bakery is where arugula is made by a brother.
When I started looking at what happened on every single waterfront, I started wondering, why hasn't that happened on this waterfront? This is the very first block in the Bronx.
He is a music producer turned developer. Albert Elkerson is developing something amazing on the Bronx waterfront.
In these plays, you get United Nations. I mean, you get Black, Dominican, Puerto Rican, Jewish, Italian, Irish. I mean, you name it. And at any given night, at nighttime, you have a little bit of everything.
The Harlem Cigar Room is where everyone is welcome. They are getting their workout on. Check out how people are getting into shape at Harlem Cycle. All of that and more on this edition of What's Eating Harlem. What's Eating Harlem is sponsored by Whole Foods. At Whole Foods, we believe in real food. What's Eating Harlem is the media partner of the Greater Harlem Chamber of Commerce.
It's part of the dough. It's part of the process. Everything here made by hand. Everything. Scratch for 50 years. Alvin Small's Honor of Lily Baked Goods in Harlem. Rugula is it's a small pastry. It's made with a lot of rich stuff. Cream cheese, butter, walnut, raisin.
And now you have Regula by a brother.
You know how I got started?
How?
When a guy in the Bronx used to fix my car, back in the days. And his wife was there. They was down out all the time. So she was in the car. He was fixing my car. So I had some in the car. So I gave it to her. And I told her what it is. She said, "Oh, Regular by brother." She didn't even know either. So I caught on. They're not around now, so I don't have to give them their money.
And that's your trademark.
Yeah, trademark. I started off working in New York Hospital. Okay. For 27 years. Wow. Yeah. I really started peeling onions. That's when I started. And then they had a bakery there. And I started from there in 1963, something like that, yeah. And found this recipe and I played with it a while and it came like this. And, now my blessing. But this is a $1 billion recipe here.
What can you teach a non-baker like myself?
Well, you start rolling the dough.
Okay.
You want to? You got to. Let me give you an apron.
Okay.
That's what you want to do.
Roll up my sleeves.
Sure.
Spread it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you go upward.
This way. Get plenty of arm work with this.
And I'm the last big-time baker from back. Yeah. Only a few of us left.
Wow.
I'm 76.
Really? Yeah. Can't tell. Can't tell at all. Okay.
Yeah, this gonna be video, so I don't know if I should show you everything.
No, we'll make sure we don't show everything.
Well, like I said, let me start it, and I'll let y'all go out and put stuff on it.
Okay.
Come back. I have to do it.
Okay.
Take it and just flip it off. When it look big, you can always shape it up. It's homemade, so you don't have to be perfect.
Okay.
You know,
Just gonna flip it.
it's a little big, yeah, but that's okay. It's all right. At least you give you a job next year.
Can I get an internship for the summer?
Oh, sure. That's it. That's all. I can't tell you what's going on in there, but that's raspberry rucola. I can't give you a recipe.
And then you bake it, and how long would it bake for?
20 to 30 minutes. And
How much arugula would you say, how many pieces do you make a day?
right now we do it like during the Christmas holiday. Yeah, slow after Christmas. Thousands.
Thousands.
This is the finished product here.
And that's a special something on top.
Right. Can't tell what it is.
What would you say makes your bakery so special?
Okay. We do everything from scratch. It's truth. We use the best ingredients. And like I said, you can come in anytime and get something that's going to taste the same way, because everyone who works under me or with me, everything tastes the same.
The Bronx is the new frontier, and this developer is on the front lines.
At Whole Foods Market, we believe in food that's naturally beautiful and fresh, delicious and powerful, and full of nutrients. Food that makes us nourished and mighty, and connects us to the natural world. So there are no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial preservatives in any of the food we sell. We believe in real food. Whole Foods Market.
Michael Jackson,
Come on, man. Beyonce.
Alicia Keys,
Nah. J Hud at the Apollo.
Patti LaBelle,
Usher, Usher.
Mint Condition.
But without Stokely, my wife likes Stokely, so I can't like that.
The new Radio 103.9, New York's new home for R&B, Tom Joyner and D.L. Hughley.
Get your day started off right.
It is all about the ride home.
The new Radio 103.9, New York's best mix of R&B.
Prince,
Aretha Franklin.
Teddy Pendergrass.
The start came about from my brothers and I being born in Trinidad and Tobago. My great-grandfather came from Venezuela and moved to Trinidad to plant cacao. Growing up, there's cocoa tea, which is a cocoa drinking beverage that's spiced with nutmeg and bay leaf that we grew up on and we would drink every day. Two ingredients. We only use cacao beans and we only use cane sugar. Brothers are gonna be brothers, so we always, we have our little here and there, but nothing that we're not used to. I would say more than anything is, just really being self-motivated and doing what we're doing.
home, and maybe about 10 years ago, I was scoring. Dave Chappelle's show was on his way out, and I was scoring over at Metropolis Studios, and I bumped into a friend. Well, he wasn't a friend at the time. I just bumped into a guy at the bus stop. That's the guy over there behind the cameras, and I convinced him to sell me his bicycle. And when he sold me his bicycle, he came to my house and he appreciated some of the work that I did. And he called me later on and said, "Hey man, I know you don't do this for a living, but maybe you look at a job, at a contracting job." I said no. I turned him down. I said, "Nah, I'm a producer." And he just kept calling me, and eventually I went and saw the job, and I took the job, and I never ever went back to work as a producer. Albert Elkerson, contractor, developer. I pretty much overdo everything. I'm one of those obsessive, compulsive guys. So I make sure everything is straight and lined up right, and it turns out that those are the things that made contractors worth more than other contractors. So I kind of did well in the last 10 years. I built this room with my hands.
This whole room?
The entire room, every piece of electric, every piece of everything. I didn't realize that I was a developer. I just thought I was a contractor who knew how to fix up a room, and I built bars for people. So it seemed elementary to me to just build a bar if they needed it, or a lounge or a club. When I looked at the success of Pier 132, I started looking at other parts of this warehouse, because I'm only using 2,500 square feet in this room, but I have 62,000 square feet. So I started thinking, well, let me build this, and let me build that. And then I started bringing in tenants, and all of a sudden, the Bronx Black House was born. That's the building that we're in. So in the Bronx Black House, there's Pier 132, there's Port Morris Distilleries, we have a silk screening company upstairs, we have a photography studio here, we have a recording studio here, we have the Ciroc bar is being built in here right now, BX Sandwich, Ja Lion Juice Bar.
You're now a developer. Is that something you're going to be moving into?
I can't go back. It's almost like production. I can't do production anymore, and I can't be a contractor or a carpenter anymore. I have to. See, logic kicks in eventually, and what I looked at was the history of every other waterfront in the New York City tri-state area, you know, and just when I started looking at what happened on every single waterfront, I started wondering, why hasn't that happened on this waterfront? This is the very first block in the Bronx. And I just couldn't figure out why the gentrification hadn't spilled over into the South Bronx. And so when I looked up the street and saw that there was a legendary pier called the 132nd Street Pier, it burned down in that blackout that we had some years ago, but there's a pier that they're reconstructing. That's how Pier 132 became Pier 132. And so I started thinking, what could we do? I mean, if I could get Alicia Keys here, if I can get Carmelo Anthony here. One time I came in the theater in the back and Oprah was sitting in the back watching Superfly. So I started thinking, if people will come here for this, what if I can get a whole eclectic crowd to appreciate this waterfront just the way they did Dumbo, Tribeca, Chelsea, Long Island City, Williamsburg, Greenport. I became obsessed almost with trying to figure this out. But I had to put my money where my mouth was in order to find out if I was right.
What's Eating Harlem wants to become part of the family. Become a family member and get the perks family members receive. Go online to www.whatseatingharlem.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram.
At Whole Foods Market, we believe in food that's naturally beautiful and fresh, delicious and powerful, and full of nutrients. Food that makes us nourished and mighty. and connects us to the natural world. So there are no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial preservatives in any of the food we sell. We believe in real food. Whole Foods Market.
Michael Jackson.
Come on, man. Beyonce.
Alicia Keys.
Nah. J-Hood at the Apollo.
Patti LaBelle.
Usher, Usher.
Mint Condition.
But without Stokely, my wife likes Stokely, so I can't like that.
The new Radio 103.9, New York's new home for R&B, Tom Joyner and D.L. Hughley.
Get your day started off right.
It is all about the ride home.
The new Radio 103.9, New York's best mix of R&B.
Prince.
Aretha Franklin.
Teddy Pendergrass.
And a Harlem Minute is sponsored by Whole Foods. At Whole Foods, we believe in real food.
My name is Felix Paredes. I am running this place here at Harlem Cigar Room. It's my baby. I smoked for about 27 years, and I remember my wife and I talk about one day owning something. I became good friends with the previous owner of this place, and the opportunity just came about. It was sort of dying out because the place needed some little facetop. And that's what I took over. I changed it up, and people have loved the change here. Cigars forever has seemed to be a sort of a status quo type of habit, and it's usually it was only done by famous people, whether were actors, movie actors, or basketball players, whether it's Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone or somebody in the mafia, the Italian mafia, or the Godfather. I mean, that's where you sell cigars. So seeing somebody smoking cigar was like, oh, that's somebody, especially with a suit. Who's that?
Me growing up, when I used to see a guy smoking a cigar, so wow, that's sophistication, that's class, it's acceptance. As I grew up and I started smoking cigars, it's more of a brotherhood. It brings so many people together that you would not believe, from all walks of life, that come and just want to try a stick. Maybe a girls' night out, they all want to have a cigar, they're celebrating a birthday.
I happened just to look it online, just look it up online, and then I happened to see like, oh, this is a nice cigar spot, something different. First, I came here with a friend of mine's, and then I ended up inviting my girlfriend, being that she lived 2 blocks down. So I was like, come on, let's go, have fun. It's very rare, but a lot of women don't get the opportunity to do the same thing as men. And a cigar is more associated with a man hobby. So I wanted to do more of making it as a woman hobby. Like me and my girlfriend, we'll do it just to be into that lifestyle.
Us novices, we definitely get into things where we start to talk and start to chat. We might have a cocktail while we're here. And we definitely have a great time, and you'll leave definitely fulfilled.
It's one of the few places where you can have someone where a big-time lawyer or a hedge fund guy gets to sit and chat with everyday average Joe Plumber or whatever walk of life you're doing, and you have a good conversation. We talk about sports, politics. It's good.
In this place, you get United Nations. I mean, you get Black, Dominican, Puerto Rican, Jewish, Italian, Irish. I mean, you name it. And at any given night, at nighttime in here, you have a little bit of everything. So it's a melting pot, which is what New York City is, but it's great because of the history of Harlem. So all that makes it very, very exciting. I really want to make this place continue to feel home for every one of their patrons.
At Whole Foods Market, we believe in food that's naturally beautiful and fresh, delicious and powerful, and full of nutrients. Food that makes us nourished and mighty, and connects us to the natural world. So there are no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial preservatives in any of the food we sell. We believe in real food. Whole Foods Market.
Michael Jackson.
Come on, man. Beyonce.
Alicia Keys.
Nah. J-Hud at the Apollo.
Patti LaBelle.
Usher, I'm at Usher.
Mint condition.
But without Stokely, my wife likes Stokely, so I can't like it.
The new Radio 103.9, New York's new home for R&B, Tom Joyner and D.L. Hughley.
Get your day started off right.
It is all about the ride home.
The new Radio 103.9, New York's best mix of R&B.
Prince.
Aretha Franklin.
Teddy Pendergrass.
And I am owner of Harlem Cycle. Harlem Cycle started because I was looking for a great place to work out. I absolutely loved indoor cycling, but I wasn't satisfied with the options that were presented. I didn't really like gyms. I didn't like the complications of having to sign up an hour or 2 hours in advance, wait for a ticket, and then just, overall the customer service just wasn't there. I really liked boutique studios, didn't love the pricing, didn't love the music, so at some point I said, okay, this has to come to Harlem where we can get the best of both worlds.
This is with me, let's y'all say hey, here we go. 1, good, 1, 2, 2, 2. Remember, if you have a hard time keeping this beat.
I have a wide range of instructors, but they all have the same attitude. They're all down to earth, very friendly, and as you can tell from even seeing our class, that all of them have a great sense of humor. And that's what you really need when you're working out, is someone who makes you feel at ease So our instructors all come from a wide range of backgrounds. Some are fitness professionals that have been in the game for many years, and some actually work full time and just really enjoy and love cycling. So they pursue it on a part-time basis, which make them even more relatable, because when you come in after a long, stressful day and you just want to ride it out, so have they.
This sprint, so we got to work a little bit harder as a group. We got to pull ourselves in. Don't worry about, just keep eyes here.
I've been instructing cycling for almost 5 years now. Before that, I was a personal trainer. I've been avid in fitness my whole life. A runner. I have played sports, and it's just one of those things where I knew if you have a strong body, it can help you have a strong mind as well. And I want the people to come in, and I really want them to have the best ride possible. And for me, what that means is they come in and they can work harder than they think they can. They come in with one idea of what they think they're capable of, and they leave with the idea that they can do much, much more. I want them to work as hard as they can in the class on not only developing their body, but their mindset, so they don't think they come in and will think they can only do so much, but know that they're capable of anything as long as they put their mind to it.
Create a culture of just being in a place where you feel comfortable. So bringing the outside, the spirit of Harlem, that spirit of really just go-getting, getting it done, and really just existing and being comfortable with your own existence. That's what we're trying to bring. And so we don't have any mirrors here, so there's no judgment. Harlem is where people really come to exist on their own terms. And this is why I wanted to have a studio where you could exist on your own terms, in the place where people are already doing that. This is the place of culture, food, everything, music. So to have a studio that embodied that was really my ultimate goal. Our commitment is making sure that we give you the best classes, the friendliest customer service, and we pay attention to all those details. Our commitment to you is giving you our best.
We gotta go, but tune in next time on What's Eating Harlem. I'm Tabitha Williams. See you uptown. What's Eating Harlem is the media partner of the Greater Harlem Chamber of Commerce.